Hello and welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQ. Let's begin with previous day question. Consider the following pairs: type, process. Biomining, extracting metals using microorganisms like bacteria or fungi. Electrokinetic technology, eco-friendly method for extracting rare earth elements using electrical forces. Rat hole mining, hazardous labor-intensive coal mining method using narrow tunnels. How many of the above pairs are correctly matched? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option C. Biomining refers to the extraction of metals from ores and other solid materials using microorganisms such as bacteria, archaea, fungi, or plants. Hence, pair 1 is correctly matched. Electrokinetic mining is an innovative, eco-friendly technique for extracting rare earth elements. Hence, pair 2 is correctly matched. Rat hole mining is a primitive, crude, labor-intensive, and hazardous method of coal mining. Hence, pair 3 is correctly matched. The National Green Tribunal banned rat hole mining in 2014 due to environmental degradation and unsafe working conditions. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Before moving forward, Drishti IAS Mukherjee Nagar classes has now shifted to Noida and the admissions are open for the IAS GS Foundation course covering both prelims and mains. English medium, the admissions are open. Hindi medium batch is starting from 21st of February. In case of any query, give us a call at 87501. Let's begin with today's session. Regarding the Arabian leopard, consider the following statements. It is among the smallest leopard subspecies with pale buff-colored fur with small closely spaced rossettes. It is categorized as critically endangered in the IUCN list. It is exclusively found in Saudi Arabia. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. The correct answer is option B. Arabian leopard is among the smallest leopard subspecies with males weighing 30 to 40 kg and females 25 to 35 kg. It has pale buff-colored fur with small, closely spaced rosettes. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is categorized as critically endangered in the IUCN list. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It is native to the Arabian Peninsula. It is found in isolated pockets across Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen, and the UAE. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. A study published on World Arabian Leopard Day confirmed the presence of the Arabian leopard in Oman's Najd Plateau, contrary to earlier beliefs of local extinction due to hunting and habitat loss. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next, regarding the Democratic Republic of Congo, consider the following statements. It is the largest country in Africa. It forms a major part of the world supply of coltan, which is used to make tantalum capacitors for electronics due to its high charge retention. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? One only, two only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B. The Democratic Republic of Congo is second largest country in Africa and the 11th largest in the world. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Kinshasa, the capital of the DRC, is located on the Congo River, the only river to cross the equator twice in Africa. Katanga Plateau is considered to be a rich mining region which supplies cobalt, copper, tin, radium, uranium, and diamonds. The DRC supplies 40% of the world's coltan used to make tantalum capacitors for electronics due to its high charge retention. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The ongoing conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo has escalated with the M23 militia backed by Rwanda capturing the mineral-rich city of Goma. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next, consider the following statements regarding the Indian Ocean Conference. The IOC was established by the India Foundation in 2016 in Singapore to foster regional cooperation among Indian Ocean region nations. The IOC aligns with India's security and growth for all in the region vision, focusing on maritime security, economic growth, and regional stability. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? One only, two only, both 1 and 2, none. The correct answer is option C. Indian Ocean Conference is an annual summit bringing together leaders, policymakers, and experts from the Indian Ocean region to discuss geopolitical, economic, and security challenges. It was established by the Indian Foundation in 2016 in Singapore with participation from 30 countries. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Objective, it aims to unite key states and maritime partners in the IOR to enhance regional cooperation under the vision of security and growth for all in the region. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Hence, option C is the correct answer. Next, consider the following statements related to the President's rule. The proclamation must be approved by both houses of Parliament within a month. Approving or extending the President's rule requires a simple majority in Parliament. The proclamation lasts 1 year initially and can be extended up to 3 years with Parliament's approval every year. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. The correct answer is option A. President's rule under Article 356 of the Indian Constitution involves the suspension of a state government and its legislative assembly, placing the state under the direct control of the central government. It is imposed when a state government fails to function according to the Constitution as per Article 355. The proclamation requires approval from both houses of Parliament within 2 months and remains valid until 30 days after the Lok Sabha reconvenes if not approved earlier. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Approving or extending the President's rule requires a simple majority in Parliament, majority of members present and voting. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Initially lasting 6 months, President's rule can be extended for up to 3 years with Parliament's approval. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Next, consider the following statements related to Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. It relies on actual crop loss assessment to provide compensation to farmers for losses. All farmers, including sharecroppers and tenant farmers growing the notified crops in the notified areas, are eligible for coverage. The government covers the entire premium for farmers in the northeastern states, Jammu and Kashmir and Bihar. How many of the above statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, none. The correct answer is option B. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is a central sector scheme that aims to provide financial protection to farmers in case of crop failure due to natural disasters, pests or diseases. It relies on actual crop loss assessment to provide compensation to farmers for losses due to natural calamities, pests or diseases. Hence, statement 1 is correct. All farmers, including sharecroppers and tenant farmers growing the notified crops in the notified areas, are eligible for coverage. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It offers affordable premiums at rates of 2% for Kharif crops, 1.5% for Rabi crops and 5% for yearly commercial or horticultural crops. The government covers the entire premium for farmers in the northeastern states, Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, not Bihar. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next, consider the following statements. The Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioners are appointed by the President based on the recommendation of a selection committee consisting of the Prime Minister and the Chief Justice of India. The CEC can be removed only in the same manner and on the same grounds as a Supreme Court judge, while an EC can be removed on the CEC's recommendation. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B. Gyanesh Kumar has been appointed as the Chief Election Commissioner under the Chief Election Commissioner and the Other Election Commissioners Act 2023. The CEC and ECs are appointed by the President based on the recommendation of a selection committee consisting of Prime Minister, Leader of the Opposition in the Lok Sabha, Union Cabinet Minister nominated by the Prime Minister. A search committee led by the Law Minister and 2 senior secretaries shortlists 5 candidates. CEC and ECs receive a Supreme Court judge's salary and serve for 6 years or until age 65, whichever is earlier. The CEC can be removed only in the same manner and on the same grounds as a Supreme Court judge, while an EC can be removed on the CEC's recommendation. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Both can resign to the President. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next, consider the following statements. A tectonic plate is a massive, irregularly shaped slab of solid rock generally composed of both continental and oceanic plates. The Arabian Plate is a minor tectonic plate in the northern and eastern hemispheres, moving northward along with the African and Indian plates. The Eurasian Plate is a major tectonic plate that covers most of Europe, Russia, and parts of Asia, sharing a boundary with the Arabian Plate only. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, none. The correct answer is option B. A tectonic plate is a massive, irregularly shaped slab of solid rock, generally composed of both continental and oceanic plates, hence statement 1 is correct. Earth's lithosphere is divided into 7 major plates and several minor plates. The Arabian Plate is a minor tectonic plate in the northern and eastern hemispheres, moving northward along with the African and Indian plates, hence statement 2 is correct. The Eurasian Plate is a major tectonic plate that covers most of Europe, Russia, and parts of Asia, with boundaries shared with the North American, African, Arabian, Indian, and Sunda plates, hence statement 3 is not correct. It has a divergent boundary with the North American plate in the west and moves at an average rate of 0.25 to 0.5 inches per year, pulling island apart at 2.5 cm per year. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next, consider the following statements related to No Money for Terror conference. It was launched in 2018 by the United States. India hosted the third No Money for Terror conference in 2022. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Only one, only two, both 1 and 2, none. The correct answer is option B. No Money for Terror conference was launched in 2018 by France, hence statement 1 is not correct. It aims to enhance international cooperation in curbing terror financing. The conference focused on global efforts to counter terror financing through 4 key sub-verticals: multilateral cooperation, financing methods for terrorism, financial inclusion and risk-based approach, terrorist financing and organized crime. The conference was previously held in Paris, France 2018, followed by Australia 2019 and later in India 2022. Hence statement 2 is correct, hence option B is the correct answer. Next, connected to the Atlantic Ocean via the Danish Strait, it is the world's largest brackish inland water body. It includes 3 major gulfs: the Gulf of Bothnia, Gulf of Finland, and the Gulf of Riga. Its salinity is lower than the world's oceans due to freshwater inflows and its shallow depth. Which of the following water bodies is best described by above features? Black Sea, Caspian Sea, North Sea, or Baltic Sea? The correct answer is option D. The Baltic Sea, a part of the Atlantic Ocean in northern Europe, is the world's youngest sea, formed 10,000 to 15,000 years ago after the last ice age. It spans 1,600 km in length, 193 km in width, and covers 377,000 square km with an 8,000 km coastline shared by Sweden, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Finland, Estonia, Germany, Denmark, and Russia. Connected to the Atlantic via the Danish Strait, it also links to the West Sea and the North Sea. It contains 3 major gulfs: Bothnia to the north, Finland to the east, and Riga to the south, and is the largest brackish inland water body with low salinity due to freshwater inflows and shallow depth. Hence, option B is the correct answer. Next, Lake Chad region spans across which of the following countries? Nigeria, Cameroon, Niger, or Morocco? Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1, 2 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 2 only, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is option A. Situated in northwest Africa, the Lake Chad region spans Nigeria, Cameroon, Niger, and Chad. It is a dynamic freshwater body with human presence dating back to the Paleolithic era, 2.6 million years ago to 10,000 years ago. The Sao civilization, 5th century, left rich archaeological remains showcasing expertise in fishing, hunting, and farming. Lake Chad faces a humanitarian crisis with over 10 million in need due to poverty, climate change, and conflict. Boko Haram exploits the instability, worsening the region's challenges. Hence, option A is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. The digital energy grid, often seen in the news, is best described as a system that assigns unique identities to energy-producing entities, uses standard data formats, and ensures data portability and tamper evidence to create a network of networks. A decentralized platform for energy trading, relying on cryptocurrency for transactions between power producers and consumers. A physical grid infrastructure that connects various energy sources without the need for digital monitoring or data exchange. Or a government-controlled system that eliminates private energy providers and centralizes all energy production and distribution. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.